in this session. So within this session, we're going to look at what is actually Learn.UQ and briefly look at the Ultra-based navigation. So we're going to consider three key questions that people often staff, especially new staff, usually ask us. And we will look at your Blackboard course, how to edit some content there, and talking a bit about the e-learning tools that connect to the Blackboard, because there are so many. And as well as we're going to talk about e-learning support and services available. If you have joined our session yesterday, you probably heard about it. But if you haven't, there will be an opportunity for you to hear what help is available around with your teaching. So what is Learn.UQ? Basically, again, you probably already heard and you probably know what it is, but just in case, Blackboard or Learn.UQ is simply a learning management system that used to plan, implement, and assess teaching and learning. So everything that relates to your course is stored here. All courses from year 1 to year 5 are required to have a Blackboard course, so it's a must. And it's an important place for students, of course, to find their resources, as well as for teaching staff to upload the course content, learning activities, integrate e-learning tools, and publish assessment and finalize student grades. So it's a really big platform, but it's quite flexible and open. So Blackboard is very much like a middle ground that we use all the scenes sort of plugged into make your learning and management system as it is. So with no further delay, let's just go into it and let's have a look what it is. So I'm going to post this link in our chat. There we go. So please use your UQ staff username and your usual password. So it might take you to the UQ authentication page. Also, if you are a high research degree student, for example, coming to teaching very first semester, again, you just need to use your UQ staff account, not your student one. Once you log, can you please just ask to could you please just post a thumbs up or unmute and let me know that all good. All right. Just checking. That's wonderful. All right. So, all right. Well, when you logged into Learn.UQ, which I have it here, so by default, you will land on the page called courses. So that's a list of all courses you are involved in. Your screen might look a little bit different to mine, so be aware of the list view or grid view, so kind of tiles. And of course, you will have a different list of the courses compared to mine, to what you can see on the screen. So we will return to this page shortly, but for now, I'm going to give you a very quick overview of the Ultra-based navigation that is on the left-hand side. You could see here. So once again, this is a hands-on session, so please go along with me and click as I go. Let me just go back to my slides. So we're going to the Ultra navigation tour. So at the very top, we have institutional page. So this page contains important messages, all useful links and information on the issues with the current. So you can always check if something is going on, if there is any system outage, and as well as the some useful links and some issues that have been recently resolved, and just kind of source of all important information for you. And next one down is the profile page. So this profile page contains your personal information that pulled from the university system. You can change your picture here. You can not much you can do here, obviously, because it's based on the data, but you can basically change your notifications. So if you feel like you're getting way too many notifications, you can change them here. So by clicking on this little pencil on the right-hand side. So activity stream, this page provides you with a list of recent actions on the courses that you've been involved. then courses, that's the kind of key page. That's the page that you would probably most of the time be at. And the one that we're going to be back very shortly. Then we have organization. This page contains courses for UQ community groups. Usually that's the courses with no course profile, or also known as non-SciNet courses. Then you got the calendar that collects all the data from across all your courses. You can have it in a day view or day view or month view here. And you can also bring all the due dates. So you see if it's assignments or any of the marking, all will be listed here. So, and the next one is messages, not much being used. Most of staff use the inbox. Next one down is marks. So it provides you with access to marking across all of your courses. So very easy to see if you're involved in marking as well, to see if you need to do marking on a particular course. So it's quite good page to come to do a cross-check if all the marking being completed for the courses you are involved in. So tools page is basically list all tools available across all the courses. And obviously you won't have the admin page just related to my role, and sign out obviously to leave the Blackboard. So basically that's very, very briefly the overview of the kind of global view of the Learn.UQ. Now, so as I mentioned to you, that we often get three main questions, and though especially people who start in the lecturing, how do I get the course? How do I add students and teaching staff? And how do I make my course available to students? Because those things that again, depending on your previous roles, you might been involved and you know what is Learn.UQ, but you might not coordinated the course. So first one, how do you get a course? So as a course coordinator and now being almost start of semester 2, you should already have a Blackboard course. So if you don't, then you might be in trouble. Your school might be already requested a course for you for the semester, but in case if they don't, you would need to order one urgently, and it's very, very easy. So I'm going to demo this one. You just watch me, and don't worry if you want to remember all steps. We will have a link to the guide where it's all described in details. So for that, we just need to go back to our page and go to our Learn.UQ and go back to the institutional page here. So remember, I've said that it's very important page for all the key information for you. So once you're here, you need to scroll down somewhere halfway through to the section called Course Sites. Basically, when we are interested only in the first one in this section, so site request forms. Once you click on that, so it brings you to essentially to the form, electronic form. So on you could see we have two categories of the courses here: SciNet course or non-SciNet course. And as I already mentioned, non-SciNet courses is the ones that are for organization for courses that won't have the electronic course profile. So you most likely dealing just with the SciNet course. Also, the system is set up that way that if course is been taught previously at least once, you won't need to make a new request, new course, but probably copy. So 9 out of 10, you would be just asking for a copy the course content from the previous semesters. So basically, let's just see. And something I want to mention here. So you've got a link here to the guide. So if you kind of confused which one should I choose, it's right here. So once you click, you will get a link to actually how to do it, all step-by-step instructions. Now, if you want to order the content from the previously, let's say we want to copy from previous semester, and just for the demo purposes, I'm using one of the course codes. And again, just watch me doing it. And you can select destination. Let's say we want to have it copied into the semester 2, which is current one. It will bring the list of previous, so that's the course that we want to have. So that's, we click on the course that we want to have, and then we click the list down here to bring all previous semester's contents. So you don't have to copy, for example, semester 1 into semester 2. If, let's say, you were helping or you were creating some content for this course, let's say semester 2 2023, you can pick that one. And then basically all you need to actually fill up this very simple questions. If you want to add the stuff here, very easy and quick to do, and any other requirements you want to have, and simply click the submit button. That's literally easy as it is. So essentially the process of ordering the course is sending this electronic form, and our e-learning support team will process it and will email you once the course is ready for you to update your course content. Now, any questions on ordering the course? All right. Just checking the chat. Looks like we're all good to go. The other question, remember, was how do I enroll staff and teaching students and teaching staff? So I'm just quickly going over our demonstration with the with ordering the site. So now to answer this, to help us with this question, we can simply just go into that training course we set up for you, and we enroll you as an instructors. So can I please ask you to go back to the courses section, and let's just have a look what briefly overview this page here too. So we're going back to the courses. And as I mentioned, you've got a list of all courses you are involved in. And so what you can do here, you can actually search your courses through the search box. You can filter your courses by the term. So you can select the semester you want to bring your courses in. If you've got too many, for example, you can also filter your courses by status, the courses you teach in or you take in, or the courses you support, or you want to sort by the courses that are now available to students or the courses that are not available to students. So lots of filtering options here for you, and also change the number of courses you can see on the page. You can also, if you like me, you could see I've got quite a lot of courses and quite a lot of pages. If you want to hide, for example, the courses that you previously been teaching in, what you can actually do, you can hide them. And once you click on those 3 dots next to the course, and if you are in the tile view, grid view, sorry, those 3 dots are here. So you can hide the course. And then once you hide the course, it will set here hidden from me. It doesn't mean that it's hidden from student. It means that it's hidden from your list just for you, and it doesn't mean that it's unavailable. So to make it available back, you just ask to show all the hidden ones, and you again going back to the 3 dots, which called more button, and show courses. And this way it will go back and will be listed at default. Now, let's find that training course that we set up for you. And so in your search box here, can I please ask you just to type the Learn UQ Basics Online Workshop. So just Learn UQ without dot, and you will see there is a digit at the end of this. So could be 2, 3, or 5, could be 20. So you just select whichever you've got on your list. All right, just check it. If you have any issues, any problems, please just send a chat message for me so we can sort this out. We need to make sure that everyone is in their own course. So these courses are kind of a sandpit, so we can play it safely. You can do whatever you want to try to practice without, breaking the system or any problems that might come with deleting the stuff that you don't want deleted, for example. All right, I'm just checking given another few seconds for anyone to have an issue. Looks like we are good to go. So, okay, Sam Robertson. Okay, Sam, let me just quickly check. May I ask you, Sam, have you registered for the workshop? Sam?
I can sort them out.
Oh, Nathan, yes. Thank you so much. Nathan will get.
Apologies. Sorry, Tanya. Yeah, no, I just got flicked the link this morning because I didn't know it was on. So
Okay,
I haven't registered.
No problem at all.
If you're able to add me, that would be really helpful. Thank you.
Just send your UQ username to Nathan and he will get it sorted for you. Thank you so much, Nathan. All right. So all right. Well, let's go back. So we were at the question how we add the students and staff to your course. So you will be happy to know that you don't need to worry about potentially hundreds of students in your course. So you don't have to enroll all of them. The best part is the Blackboard talks to our wonderful SciNet system, which is essentially the student management system, and all enrollments will automatically be added to the course. So it means that when you order a course, potentially you would already have students pre-enrolled, and additional students who are enrolled, for example, this week, next week, they will be automatically put into the Blackboard course. And if students decided to withdraw, to leave your course, they automatically will be taken out of your Blackboard course. So there is no manual adding or deleting students required at all. So the only thing you will need to add, if needed, a new staff member, for example, in a particular role. So there are different range of roles here. So as an instructor, course coordinator probably will be holding the role as instructor in your Blackboard course. You would have full editing rights. So instructors essentially control the entire course. They the only two other roles that would be you would probably use and add teaching assistant and marker. So that's where you would add someone who's helping you. It's usually tutors or markers, and teaching assistant could be your co-lecturer or, as I said, as well, tutor. They will have full editing rights too, except deleting. They're not able to delete you as the instructor. So to practice adding the users to your course, we're now going to open the course that we enrolled in, and you could see it's kind of slide over. So you can open that course in a separate window, so to make it easy to go backwards and forwards. So basically, we're going to talk about the structure of the Blackboard course very shortly, but just for adding the people to your course, we're going to scroll down to the course management section here and going down to the users and groups and then users. Right, I hope we're all there. If there is any issue, just raise your hand and Nathan will be able to help you. So all we need to add a new staff member, we just click find user to enroll here, And obviously you need a username of the staff member. So to find the staff username name, you can either ask them, or you can probably find it through the very trick that I'm going to show you today. You can find it through the Outlook. Basically, if we go, for example, to complete a email, and let's say we pretend that we send an email to the staff member. Let's say I want to add Nathan to the course. So once you start typing the name, you simply right-click on the email address, and all we need here is open up Outlook properties. One little thing here we want to see is this one, the alias. So this is the UQ user name. That's how easy to find. So you basically copy that and go back to the username, you put it in, you change the role. Of course, you're not going to add students. Let's say you want to add, we want to add Nathan as a marker, and click submit. This will definitely give me an error because Nathan is already part of this course. So it will give us an error message, but in normal circumstances, it will add your staff to the course. And if you have a multiple staff members, you can put them with the comma after the username. So to have a quick enroll all of them. So now, just a very quick note here, if someone is enrolled, as I mentioned, is already enrolled as a teaching staff, they can't add any other instructors. So if your level of access is lower, you are not able to add that level of, the higher level. So that's how easy to add your staff member. And the next question that we had was how we make the course available. So you again will be so happy to know that's very easy thing to do. And if we go back to our course, and if you are, for example, within your course, let's say we are somewhere here, so basically, to make it available, it's a little button, little padlock icon here that you, by clicking on it, you will make it available. So, and it's easy to to tell if your course is available. So when you hover over the icon, it will say make unavailable, meaning that if you click, it will be unavailable. But if it's locked and you go over it and about to click on it, it will make it available. One thing I will alert you here is UQ policy does state that the course needs to be made available to students 1 week before the first teaching activity. Now, this could be the lecture, could be tutorial, so it's worth potentially looking at the week before 0 week, which is orientation week, which is this week. So once your course being created, at default, it will be unavailable to students. So now if you are a course coordinator and you still working on the content, it's absolutely fine. You can make your course available, but hide the content, some content that you are still working for later on. So, for example, you would have the learning resources section available to students, but only the, for example, week 1 material, and hide everything else. So you don't have to hide the whole course until you've got everything ready. So you can just have a minimum. As the requirement, you must have an announcement or welcome message to students. So let me just. Oh, and the one more thing, if you are, let's say if you are in the grid view, if you are outside of your course and you know the course you want to make available, you don't need to go inside of the course. You can make it available from the courses page, by going here, 3 dots again, and you can click open course. That's where you make it available. So you will get that warning message that it will become available to students, and you confirm open to students. That's all. And also it will say open here, the word open, or private if the course is locked. So that's another way to identify if it's open or if it's available to students or not. All right. So now let me just cross-check if we need to talk about anything here. I think we covered pretty much all the information. Is there any questions before we move to actually building your course site, the biggest practical part of our session today? All right. Okay. All right, looks like we're all good. We keep going. So as I mentioned earlier, we're going to do a very brief overview of the Blackboard structure. So what we're going to do, we're going back to our course. So you will have it on the top. And so basically we have 2 big parts here. The course menu, you could see it's kind of separated into 2 parts here. So course menu and the course management, so kind of a control panel down here. So the course menu is simply the user's access point for all course content here, while the control panel is the area where the staff can do all the administrative management work for the course. This part is not visible to students. So again, I'm going to give you a quick overview of all sections and give a bit of understanding what is there. And we're also going to do some activities in each section that, related to your teaching. So please click along with me. Remember, in your training course, you can do whatever you want to do. So it is a safe environment for you to practice. So the very first one here is the tips for staff section for teaching staff. So it is hidden, and how we know it's hidden, not just because we put the word hidden here, but also this little square box with the line across, so it means that it's unavailable to students, so it's hidden from students' view. So here you've got all the useful information for you to actually to build your content. So all the rules, policy. It's a very good point to come and to kind of cross-check, especially in relation to communication with students, the expectations and standards, and of course messaging and some potential rules and setting ups for you. Also, this part is for you to create your course banner, which we probably will do now, so we're not going backwards and forwards. So you can create your banner here by clicking on this blue create banner button. It will bring you to a special page where you just put the your course code. You can put something, well, let's do ABCD 3, 4, and simply you could see it's prefilled straight into the banner view. So this is a standard one with the UQ colors and images. So all you need to do is simply download the banner and select the location. Let's say we want to go into the downloads. You save it, and then you will need to pick it up. I'll show you where to take it from. So basically how to add this banner. And before we do that, I just want to mention that your banner will be visible at the announcement page. And Also, you will certainly have the banner if you copied over from previous semesters. And so changing is up to you if you want to change that. So it doesn't have to be done. You might already have one there, but you might want to update or change it for whatever reason. So to bring that image you save, you can just go down here at the control panel. And so we're going down to the customization section, and we need to go to the teaching style customization and then teaching style. I'll hope you all following me. All right. So now here, all we're interested in the selecting the banner. So you can either click here, delete the banner, or just simply click browse local files, pull that file that you just saved the banner, open, and click apologies. You also need to add the description, so the alt text, and it's very, very important because this will kind of meet the digital teaching standards, will meet the accessibility standards. So it's very essential, and it can be basically your course code, so same as on the banner. So BCD. Or you can put the just course code. And here we go. You've got the success message here, and we go back to the announcements, and you will see the banner has been changed. So that's how easy. The other way, it's a bit easier way to change your banner, and it gives you a little bit of flexibility to change the image of the banner, is basically from the grid view. You can actually go here to 3 dots, the more button, and edit course image here. You have to be very careful here because you would need to make sure that it's compliant with certain requirements of the image size. And as you could see, I already have some, kind of customized banners up there for some courses. So now we're going back to the structure of the Blackboard course, and we're going down on our menu here, the course insight, which is our learning analytics tool. This is a training course, so it's just been linked to an example, and you might not be able to open it, and it's not much of the information here, of course, because it's a training course. But basically, this part will provide you with the overview of students' data in terms of enrollment information, number of students repeating, or demographic information, and something like the language they speak at home. So you might want to look through that information before to give yourself a bit of idea of what students you have in your courses. So we back here to announcements. So that section that we just updated the banner for, and this is where the students will land once they click on the course. So platform of announcements is essentially the way that teaching and teaching staff communicate with students. And as you can see, we have a sample of welcome message here. And once again, back to the requirements, UQ requirements that you have this welcome message available for students when you make your course available for the semester. So with this, with the example, you can either edit this example by just going in at the button arrow down button, clicking onto edit and customize your text here. And then, so you either edit or you delete and create your own message from scratch. So let's create the new one. So we just simply could see you got the button here, create announcement. So basically you put something you want to tell students, welcome to the course, and you can add some text there. So you can type in or prepared your message. So, and all of the, so that text box got all the formatting options. So you just, something like a Microsoft Word document, you can, for example, bold certain words to kind of stand out. Let's say you want to highlight that it's next week. So it could be anything you want to greet and tell students, hey, we're here and we look forward to meeting you, whichever week you will meet the students. So here with the settings, so generally we recommend do not restrict your announcements. The reason being is the announcements for students. If you, for example, tell students that tutorial on week 1 is is not going ahead, or there is no tutorial in particular week. If you got restricted the date just for that week or that weekend, students might miss it and come back and say, oh, I didn't know that. So if not restricted, it means it never disappeared. So you can easily say to students, well, actually, I've sent you an announcement. You can go into the course and check out the announcement section. So this is a key section for communication with your students. So the other thing is send an announcement. We recommend to ticket, send announcement, copy of these announcement immediately. So if you check this box, it will send students an email. So they might not check in the Blackboard, but they certainly would check their inbox quite regularly. Their UQ student inbox. And excuse me, the other cool thing here is the you can actually add a direct course link. You can give students a URL which direct them to a particular section within your course. So let's say in your message we're saying, hi, I'm such and such, I'm your course coordinator. Please make sure you look through the electronic course profile. So you can basically tell students that that's where you can see the you can find your course link. So you can click, so that's the course link section here, and you can just say course profile here. So it will add the course profile to your announcement, and you click simply click submit. Wonderful. I might get Mason to help me to see why we're getting the error.
I am not sure what that is from.
All right. Well, I hope you guys got the message submitted. Let's have a look. No, it didn't create. So, well, can you just let us know if you have an error message as well?
I just received one from Daniel.
It could be because I'm sharing my screen. Maybe that's the reason. That would be.
Just try it again, Tanya.
Let's just do it quickly. Oh, okay, right. So I must have some sort of momental glitch in the system. So anyway, I'll just make this this very quick announcement, and as you could see, the new announcements will be appearing below that line. I kind of pushing other announcements down. So if you want a particular announcement to stay up, all you need to do is actually drag it. So the announcement you want to be pinned to the top, you kind of hover on the side of the announcement, you kind of hold the left button of the mouse and going over the line that it says new announcement will appear below this line. I'm trying to do this small one. Again, system is not helping me. And the other way to move, I'll just show you a little trick here, is to using this up and down, so keyboard accessible reordering tool. So basically, once you click on that, you can select the message you want to move up and use those 2 buttons to go up. So that's how you could easily get it over that line, and so submit. Okay, so basically that's the easiest way to bring it over, kind of pin to the top, but you have to be very careful just to keep a really key messages here rather than every message to go over that line. That's pretty much all for the announcements here. And as I mentioned, there are certain elements that will need to go to your announcement. I'll just quickly go to our plan. So we've created the banner. So the welcome message can be actually made in the video or as an example here in text. So, and here's the instructions how we do the announcement all together. And so just a few words on the communication standards here. So to highlight that message must have certain elements, so the role of people, the communication, the turnover expectations, and the way that students can get in touch with teaching staff. And just in general, it needs to be clear and very concise. So you're dealing with maybe students from non-English speaking background. So just to make sure that all, the message is getting across. So that's about the announcement. All right, we'll go back to our course, and the next one down is the course profile. So basically that will link to the electronic course profile. Again, that's a training course. You won't have you will just have a screenshot how it will look like. Unfortunately, we can't have it linked as it just kind of not fake, but it's just the training course. So the next one, which is important, very important, is the course staff. So that's where you we recommend you to add your contact and contact for your tutors or any guest lectures. So very, very easy to create. So basically you create contact. The only way or only situation where you will create a folder is where you've got a lot of tutors, for example. So in this case, you would create a folder, name it, and list all of them. So to avoid students scrolling too much. But if you are the course coordinator and you've got 2 or 3 teaching staff, it's probably best to just create a contact here. And so basically, once you click, it's very simple, straightforward. Please do put that one in, kind of trying to add yourself. And your first name, your last name. Oh, sorry. I was thinking why the last name wasn't coming there. All right, so that's basically title, my apologies. So you add your email address and the office location. Again, depending, on your teaching engagement. Lots of people doing virtual office hours. So some people do come to the campus. So you can put a message, and if you don't have any standard hours, you can put a message, something like email to schedule the personal meeting. Now here in this box, you then put the any specific kind of patterns of your work. So you can say that I'm working certain hours, I only work 3 days a week. So students know that, they're not trying to look for you when you're not there. And lastly, very important quite small section, but quite important to use. That's where you will be able to tell students specifically why they would be contacting you. So there are so many reasons why they would contact you as a course coordinator instead of a tutor, and vice versa. The notes section is really useful place to do that, because it allows students to really figure out on which issue, which problem I have to, go in and see the tutor or my course coordinator. Now, options here. So you obviously want to make it available. So you click select yes. So you can upload your image. So we it's a little bit tricky. It's recommended size 150 pixels by 150 pixels. So just for the practice, I'm not sure if you would have resources. So when we sent the invitation yesterday, we actually attached a zip folder for you for the resources that will be used during this this session. So I'm going just to send one of those. If you haven't downloaded it, don't worry, just grab this picture and save it to your download folders, for example, just for the practicing. And if you have your own very small image, you can use your own. So it doesn't have to be the one from the training resources. So I'm going to the downloads, select the picture, open. And you can actually, you can add your link to your personal researcher profile, for example. So it's quite good as well. So, and then click submit. So as anything on the Blackboard, the new item would appear towards the end of the page. You could see here, and to drag it, you can either drag with this side or use again back to this little tool. Select the section you want to move and use those arrows to move things around. Submit, you will get the confirmation message, and it's done. So that's essentially quite easy and simple to do. You do have an example. Again, here's the kind of a prompt. You will have all the information that we recommend you to cover for students when you do your contact. You add yourself to the course profile. So now the next one, we are going to the one down. This is course help. So this is another section where you actually can add a range of links and resources for students to go first before contacting you or your tutors. So it's kind of considered, so it's kind of a central location of any frequently asked questions, for example, about assessment extension or supplementary assessment, how they change classes. So you could see all of those ones here. Now, so you just really saving yourself time to avoid kind of repetitive questions. So that's essentially about the course help section. And the next one down is the learning resources. So basically, learning resources is that where all your content is built. So, and when we go to the learning resources as well, it actually got a certain structure. As you could see, we have the support section at the top. It's hidden from students. You could see here, hidden from students. And you can either move it down on the page. So it's been placed strategically at the top. So you know the support is there available for you. Once you access, once you know it's there, we just move it to the bottom of the page. So lecture recordings, every lecture is required to be recorded. So those are kind of standard elements. So lecture recordings, any recordings that you would do through the Zoom, we're going to talk in a second. Course reading list, and everything down here, the week sections or week folders. These are would be created by you or your teaching, assistant, your teaching staff. So with the lecture recordings, every lecture is required to be recorded, and if it's timetabled. So once it's timetabled, it would be placed in the web venue and automatically recorded based on that timetable. So as a course coordinator, you will link this folder to your courses ICAR 360 section for the first time, and then it's all will go automatically. It might take some time for the recordings to appear, but generally within 24 hours, the lecture recordings will appear in ICAR 360 Studio and available to students to watch. Again, it's a training course, and so I'm just going to show you how the ICAR 360 will be will look like. So that's just a screenshot from one of the courses, and so the recordings will appear as they come on the day when they will be created. So just again, only lectures that timetable will be recorded. Seminars and tuts are not recorded, and if you do want to have them recorded, you would need to talk to your timetabling officer. So those online tutorial via Zoom is something that you would need to create yourself, set up if you want to have if you have an external cohort, for example, and you want to have something done through Zoom. Now the course reading list, I think that's the next one we have. So the course reading list, it sends students to a library page, which will just list all course readings details for your course. So the books they need to buy or access or so on. Now this course again doesn't have any, so obviously because it's not a real course. And let me just see if we get anything if we click on that. Yeah, so it brings us to the library page. So obviously it doesn't have anything because it's a training course once again. Now that's the most important part is actually your content, how you build content. So we recommend to put all material into the weekly folders or module folders for easy access. So let's just have a look at them. Let's click and open on the first one, the week 1, the universe. So we have some instructions here. We have lecture PowerPoints here and images, library web link, and some links for students and some videos and links to the blog. So here you can add different types of resources, images, links, files, YouTubes, and a video, and even put the course link to other parts of your course. So the main button for adding the course content is actually build content here. So, and you can see how many different things you can add to your weekly folder. So how about we will go back to go back, you can either go through this breadcrumbs at the top or click back to the learning resources. And how about we practicing to create your folder for the week? So please do it together with me. We're going up here and at the build content, we select content folder. So new content folder. So just give it a name. Let's say we want to get ready for the week 3 session. And so we make sure the students know exactly what's going on. We ask always to put a description here in the text box. So you say, this week we are going to study session, and basically we leave everything as a standard. Again, the permit users to view. If you're not sure, if you don't want students to see that yet, you just click no here. So that's while you're working. If you're happy for that to become available straight away, just click yes. And options to restrict date and time. You can actually select the display after date. But again, you have to be very careful with the dates here. But it's just make sure that it actually open up just in time for students before start of the week. So, and we simply just click submit here. And as I said previously, as anything, it goes to the bottom of the page. Again, we're just trying to move it here to get all the stuff together, the weekly stuff together. There we go, submit. Okay, so now all the materials now in three folders, and as we just created the week 3 folder, it's empty. So once you come in, and nothing's there. So we do need to add content here. So again, we're going to our best friend, the build content button, and you could see you can either add those things as individual, which we will just look at, for example, something like a file. So I'll add file here. We just have the name of the file, so we can put something like Saturn, and we just browse local files. Let's say we want to have our, just let's cancel this one. Item. Let's say we want to have Saturn. Again, my apologies. We were meant to be a file, pick up the file. So that's where we just put Saturn and browse local files. And we can pick an image. So it's better to have those images. Let me just see if I can pick any scene. Just cancel and so you would have a certain image in that folder. You might I might ask Nathan, would you mind just posting the certain image in the folder, from the folder, sorry, into the chat?
Sure.
There we go. My apologies. It doesn't like a zip file. So basically, I just move it up from the zipped file. So you pick the image, you click open. And so here again, we always recommend to open a new window. So with the settings here, just click yes. Add alignment to content, that's up to you. Probably better put in yes. So, and the visibility to students as well here, whether we just want to see them straight away or not, and we just click submit. So this way you could see the students would have just seen that there is something, there is the item, so that's the image here. They open up a new window, but there is really no place to explain to students what they meant to do with this image. So that for that reason, we actually encourage staff to use items instead, to put files, to put any items, images, or even links. So I'll just quickly show you again. So we go back to build content, and in this case, we just add item. So we can name it week 3 Saturn. Here you can put the explanation. So let's say you would say introduction to the lecture. and you give students an instructions here. So you could say, please download these slides and notes before the lecture. So it gives you that flexibility to actually tell students what they need to do with that image or with that PDF file, with the presentation. So, and then you just, what you can also do here is to attach the file. Same way, you just browse local files here, and you select, for example, that same image, and you can also add another one and get more resources into your message. And let me just see if I could just pull the PDF file. So if we go browse local files here and now pick up the PDF file, click open and click submit. So now you could see how different it is. So basically you've got the files here and you've got the message for students telling what they need to do with this. So now you can literally add anything. You can add a web link, you can add an image, which we probably will practice now using this this week 3.7 item. So let me just quickly check where we're at. And we're just over 1 hour. Are we happy to keep going? Or do we want to make a quick break? 1 minute break. All right, I'll take it as we want to continue. All right. Okay, well, here's the on our slide, we've got we came through the creating the folder together, content folder, and we've gone through creating the file, and we also just created an item together. And so as I mentioned, you can actually also add or embed certain items, images, web links, and of course your own course links, as well as videos. So what we might do, we might just try to add the image. Again, you can add it as the link or you can embed. So to embed the image, we go back to our item. And again, if anything you want to change, anything you want to edit, you just simply go to this little icon and click edit. And now we're going back to our text box. And let's say you want to embed that image that we just attached instead of just getting a link. So you find the image. Let me just check. So you might have a different view again. You might have something like that. All you need to do is click on those 3 buttons, which called more button. And let me just find where it is. So here, to add the add content through certain LTL links, you can click here. So that's where you add Padlet, or if you want to add a video, and YouTube video is here, but we just going to get our image up. It's certainly hiding from me. And this one for the source code, just give me a second. Nathan, I might get your help here. It looks like I'm missing my images as embedded.
So you're trying to add an image in?
We're trying to add image and insert local files. I think that's how we meant to go. My apologies for a delay. So that's the same one. And here it's embedded into your item. So apart from having the links to those documents, we also have the image. Also, we can add here to, let's say we can tell students to go to certain website. Let's say we just add and say, please also visit NASA website. So we could see how it looks like. So again, we're going back to submit. And now you could see, so image, instead of having the link to the image here, we have an image embedded. And here the link to the website. So that's pretty much with adding content. Let me just quickly go over. So right, with the links as well, you can add it as a separate link. So we're going back to the build content, and I'll just want to show you how it will look like if it's different. So we'll say that NASA website, and we put NASA link to Saturn here. You can give students some instructions here. Please read additional on this site and open a new window. Yes, we do want to keep it a new window. We want to have it available to students, and we click submit. So now that's the NASA website link. So you could see how students will see that item if we place it as a separate one. Is there any questions in adding this content, any of the content so far? All right. Okay, well, the other thing we need to do is the course link. So we might just go back to our build content, and you select the course link. And so you can click on the browse here, and you can select any part of the course that you want students. Let's say you want them to look at the course profile, or you want to look at the tutors and guest folders. And so once you select that, again, available to students, click submit, you will see, so that's the direct link within your course. So that's how easy it is. So the next on our plan is to add YouTube video. Essentially, it is same as we just did with the image. You basically just going to select out of the list of the linking tools available. You're going down and select YouTube video, or alternatively, you can select your Ecovideo deep linking tools. So that's the video, that's the platform now being used from this semester onwards as the main video platform for the staff and students. So here, for example, you want to pick the video you want students to watch before. So you select that. So you would have your Ecovideo account already set up. You would have your videos already there. You just select the video you want to pick and click embed here. So it brings the video back to your Blackboard course. And so that's, let's say we want to delete the image. And we click submit. So we now have a video embedded into our item. All right. Now let me cross check. So And the other option was the Echo Video. You can also, so that's the embedding instructions, how you embed, and also you can do it through just linking. So it will have a link to your video. So basically, instead of going added to the item, you just simply go build content and scroll down to the Echo Video deep linking tools. So select this one. And again, it will ask you to log into your Echo Video Echo 360 profile. We launch the and here, instead of just doing the embed, we click on the toggle the link. And so we embed, we get the success. And so back here, oh, you need to refresh. That's a little trick here. So we need to refresh to have that appeared. And here we go. So here's at the bottom. All right. So this is our Echo 360. Now, if you want to check what students can see, as I mentioned to you, you don't have to make all material available to students. So if you want to check what students really see, just in case of something you've forgotten to hide, so there is an option to enter into students preview mode. So you can click here on this icon, like our two so-called arrows going different directions. And so once you enter into the students preview, it brings everything as students can see. And as I mentioned to you, the second part of the course is for the staff. So students can see only the top, only the course itself, not the control panel. And you can see the things that are available to students just to make sure that everything is correct the way you want to have it. So that's a student preview. And go back, you just click exit preview. And you're going back to see the course as you could see as the course coordinator. All right. Now we are going, so that's the student preview. Assessment. So the next one here, so we've done the course resources and now we're going to the assessment. So with the assessment, again, there are certain rules you need to follow. So we do ask course coordinators to create the assessment summary that based on electronic course profile. So, and have the assessment summary like in the form of the table. Again, at the top, you could see we've got a support section here for you with all the tips and tricks, you know, to help you through creation of the assessment items. So once you know it's there, and again, it's hidden obviously from students, you can move it down the page if you want to get it away from your view. Now, so you've got 3 items, and for each assessment item, we recommend to create our own content folder. So the assessment summary at the top, and each assessment task must have own content folder. So and the content folders names should repeat the ones that in your course profile. So, and inside, if we click on the folder, you will see if there is any information on the assessment. Just see. So you would create links for example, Turnitin submission link will be here. So let's say you wanted to do the planned research assignment to be students to be uploaded through the Turnitin. So you will just create a link to Turnitin. So Turnitin submission here. Let me just Oh, another point here that any assessment item that you create in the assessment section will automatically create an entry, the column in the grade center. Just want to let you know that we don't cover the actual assessments here. We do have, there are so many different types, there are so many different structures you can go by. So basically, if you wish, you could actually look through our self-paced workshops or book an appointment with our consultation with our advisors, consultation with the advisor, which I'll be talking about a little bit later on. Now, with the assessment here, we might come back there if we want to check a few things with the grade center later on, but let's just move on with the review of the course menu. So the next after the assessment is the discussion board. It's me. All right. So the discussion board, it's there automatically. It creates for each Blackboard course. It's a nice way for students to ask any questions and for teaching staff to answer them, or a great way to spark a discussion for your students. We do have an alternative platform called Add Discussion Board. So you might want to add it as, add it through the additional tools. Remember how I said it's Blackboard kind of a base that will link quite a lot of e-learning tools. And now down to My Grades. So that's where students will find their marks for the particular course. So what it means is once you release the grades for students, they will see a name of the assignment and their results, as well as a way to access any feedback that you might have available for them. And next down is the library links. This takes students to the library page, provide them with the range of the information about resources and building their study skills, technology, and so on. So any workshops available for students from the library. And tools, basically, that's a default. We kept it hidden. It's not that important, just tells you all of the tools available to kind of plug in. So essentially, that's all for the course menu. So this top part. And now we're going to quickly look through the control panel here. So the course management section. Files section here basically brings all files that you upload into the Blackboard course. So they're all stored here. So you can easily find all the files that you've been uploading. The next one down is the course tools, allowed the again, showing all the tools available through the Blackboard, and you can add to your course. So they're kind of listed all here. Evaluation is something, it's the part that would provide you with the reports that are available, but unfortunately not particularly useful. The course inside is where you would probably go instead to find a bunch of the information about students and the engagement. That's the one at the top here. Now the grade center here is obviously where you enter in the students' results. That's probably out of the whole control panel is kind of most visited place. And so we're going to get back to it very shortly to see the column structure. And down to the users and groups, again, that's the place where we went to add a staff member. And you might remember you don't need to add students here. And even for the staff, you probably added them once at the start of the semester, probably won't need to come here. And the only probably other reason you would come here is to set up student groups. And so customization, that's where we went for doing the uploading your banner. And then down packages and utilities is something that is at default and not really important. And help here is basically to get how you could get assistance from the university staff. So that's pretty much very quickly about the course menu and the course management section, the control panel. So as I said, we're just going quickly back to the grade center and just to see how you would manage it. So can I please ask you to follow me, click on grade center and then full grade center. So as you could see, we don't have any columns, additional columns here, obviously because in the assessment folder, we haven't created any assessment items submission points. So what we might do, we might just create a column here manually. So to do that, you just need to click on create column. And let's say we want to create a week 2 quiz column. Probably keep same name for the column name and the grade center. Now, here, normally you would have a primary score, just the primary score displayed. So just the score here. Sometimes we recommend to use a secondary display as well as a percentage, just kind of giving you a bit of indication if everything entered correctly. So it will show the percent out of 100. So you know quickly that if it's over 100, you will know quickly there is something wrong with that. So it's good for checking. But you don't have to have it, so you can just leave it as the score, as just the primary one. So leave everything as is. So now you need to enter the points possible for this assessment, let's say 40. Here you can actually add a rubric to help marking and to have the rubric attached to the item. So you can skip that if you don't have one. So include this column grade center calculation. We recommend to select yes here and show students show column to the students. Would say just click no until you're completely sure you want students to see the results, and leave the stats at default. So we click submit. Now you could see the column has appeared here in our grade center. And again, the quick thing to check if the column is actually hidden is that little circle with the red across it. So it means that it's not available to students. So to make it available, again, you go into this arrow down icon, and you can just select hide from students on off. So that's that one here. Here we go. So in this case, it is visible. To hide it again, you go hide from students on off, you click on it, and it's unavailable. Alternatively, you can just go and edit column information and again change it, options here, available or not available. Right. So we click submit. And the other thing I want to mention was the grade center is that you can sort the columns. Let's say you create columns, in a different order, and you want to put them in the order of how you're going to mark them. So for that, you can just simply go to manage column organization, and you will get into the page where you can actually move them by just dragging them up here. You can also, the top part is kind of a frozen panel that's on the left-hand side, and this one is on the ones that columns you create. So this one kind of default. Still, you can hide some of the columns. So let's say you don't want availability, you can click on the column and you just hide selected column. So it doesn't mean that it's not there, it's just the hidden. So once we click submit, for example, so you could see the column disappeared, and let me just see. Let's make something more visible. Let's say we want to unhide some show selected columns. So we added some columns that were there, but they were hidden. And you could see, so we've got the week 2 quiz, we've got final total column there, and final mark, and Turnitin submission example here. And again, for example, you don't want students to see the final mark until you are absolutely sure and until the grade's been approved by the school assessment board or whichever procedure your school is falling to. So you can hide this by just going into the either edit column information or just hide from my apologies. So we probably need to go to the edit column information here for the final one. And that's probably a reason. This is an example, actually, weighted column. Let me just cancel this one and show you the other type of the column you can create, and then we'll make it hidden and hidden. So you can create a calculated column. That's where you want to bring, for example, sum of all assessment items. And for that, you probably want to have a weighted column because each item might weight differently. So you would say the final weighted. So you want to still have the as a percentage in this case because it's the weighted column. So let's say you want to select the column which you want to include into the final grade calculation. So let's say you want to have Turnitin assignment example. You click on the kind of send in button and you enter, let's say this particular item, assessment item is 20% of weight, and let's say week 2 quiz is 40, and you could see there is the kind of running calculator here, so it certainly must reach 100 altogether. So let's say you want to have this one as well, and let's say it's 42. So once it's got 100%, so again here calculate as running total, we recommend to select no. The column in grade center calculation, yes, of course, and again show it to students, let's say no, and we click submit here. So you could see I've got the new column here, final weighted. And also we can now hide from students on and off. So that's the button to make it available for students once they are those are approved. Now, let me just check if we have everything covered. All right, well, let's just see how we can enter the marks. So basically to enter the marks, let's say we want to mark students for their week 2 quiz. So basically you click on the box, on those little dashes, and let's say student completed this work and achieved mark of 10, for example, right? And then this student, let's say, done quite well, we put 20, and if we would have, for example, a Turnitin assignment, it works slightly different with Turnitin. Once you mark students in the Turnitin, it actually pulls all the marks automatically into the grade center, and so you will be able to see them here. Now, back to our slides. All right, so it looks like we covered most of the course creation, content creation in your Blackboard site, unless Nathan got something to add. Let me just check with Nathan. Nathan, is there something we should mention to participants?
No, I think you've covered off the main types of content that would be added into the learning resources.
Great. All right, thank you. All right, well, let's just move to the e-learning tools that is available. You remember we were saying the Blackboard is like a platform connecting lots of things you might need for your teaching, and we have lots of e-learning tools that you kind of can add on, and the best place to find and see what of them is which of them available is on our website. So I'll just doesn't want to copy. I might just ask Nathan to post the link, or I might get it. Yeah, okay, all good. So let me just open now page. So with the tools, as you could see, they are here, basically kind of grouped into for certain purposes, for certain goals, to help you through either assessment or your video and audio tools. So to help you with setting up active and collaborative learning tools, as well as how to manage your grades, how to do that. So basically those ones you can just go and check what is available and what you are using. I'm just quickly going through the obviously things that we already had spoken about, the echo video and lecture recording, so those ones that are within your Blackboard. But also in regards to, for example, assessment tools, you can either use the Turnitin assignments, Blackboard, Gradescope, or Inspira. You can also set up as a Blackboard test, quizzes, tests, and the exams. And the range of the collaborative tools available is the Padlet and H5P, Zoom discussion board, as well as the Microsoft Teams coming on board for teaching and learning, not just for you as using as the staff member, but also using for running your course. And of course, the Ecopol, Ripple, and Flip as another great tools for getting your students collaborate. So, and now to wrap up our session, I'm going to briefly tell you what other services available for you as the staff member, as the course coordinator. And I'll start with our help desk. So we have a dedicated team who would help you if you have any technical issues. And the best way to get in touch with them is sending them an email at help@elearning.uq.edu.au. So it will basically create a job for them, and they will get sorted for you. That's the technical issues. If you have something that is very urgent, and indeed urgent, you can actually put the word urgent in the subject line, so to ensure that you receive a response within an hour in most of cases. We also run in a number of the e-learning workshops, similar to the one we do within Ready to Teach and Ready to Tutor. So the workshops are available for all the e-learning centrally supported tools. You can also order self-paced workshop, which will give you flexibility and opportunity to go through the material at your own pace. And you can also, if you want to have a kind of customized for your particular school or for your particular course, you can actually ask us to create a custom workshop for a number of tools, for example, or any particular just single tool. But if you want to have some sort of personalized one-on-one assistance, you can book an appointment with one of our e-learning advisors. It doesn't want to give me a link to the booking, but you will get a follow-up email with all of those links to the resources and to the booking system, so you can easily get in touch with us. And we also look after and we create an update and remove no longer needed guides. And it's amazing amount of work involved to maintain those guides. I'll just quickly show you our home page and where you can find those ones. So if you go to elearning.uq.edu, so you will find this e-learning systems and support with a button to register for the workshop, make a personal consultation. So this will bring you to the booking system. And they request the technical support. This will lodge an email with the page with the email address where you need to send your request to. So that's all from the e-learning systems and support team, but we also have from the Institute, we have teaching and learning services as well available for you. So kind of pedagogical advice on your actual content, and as well as the teaching career development and the design of the assessments. So and it's just a reminder that the Ready to Teach week continues. You've got lots of interesting sessions coming up. And as I mentioned, the session recordings and resources will be available through Italy website, as well as we will be sending you a follow-up email today with those links that I mentioned to you previously. And Italy, the Institute also will be sending you a link to a short survey to capture, your experience within this week. And that's pretty much all from me. If you have any questions, please unmute yourself and ask. We can go and kind of look at the certain steps. There might be, we might jump over quite quickly. So we've got about 20 minutes up in our hands. So, or if you have experienced any difficulties, please just unmute and talk. We can go over it again. Very quiet. Thank you, Daniel. All right. Well, I'll take it as no questions. And
Andrea wants you to quickly show her how to add tutors again.
Okay, sure. Sorry, I didn't see that. All right, let's go back and I'll just. Okay, so to add the tutor, we simply need to go to the course management section, and we're going to the users and groups. That's the section where you add people to the course. So we click on users. Here we have the button find users to enroll. So once we click here, it brings us to the box with the username. So let's say we want to, I'll add myself, I'll put my, and you just make sure that you select the correct role you want them to be. Let's say you want them to be a marker, and you just click submit here. That's easy. And remember, you can either ask your staff what's your UQ username and quickly add them. Or if, let's say, they're not available, you can find their UQ username through the Outlook details on Outlook. So kind of pretend you send them email, put the email address, right click on the button, and you select the alias on that details. So if in this case, because I'm already enrolled in this course, if I click submit, it will give me the error message. So user already enrolled. That's probably good to know that if you already have someone enrolled, let's say lots of students already there and lots of tutors there, and you're not sure, you put their username and it comes with this message, it means they already actually added to the course. That's pretty much all. So users and groups, users, find users to enroll, user UQ username, their role, submit. That's all. All right. Any other questions? Let me just have a look. Link to the course profile. All right, Lisa, of course. Okay. Add the link to the course profile. Let's just go here. So let's go back to, for example, the announcement. And we want to add a link to the, let's say, to this message, right? We go edit, or
I think she's asking about the course in the menu, the course profile link in the menu.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah, that's right. I'm after the ECP. When I select the course profile for ECP, it goes to a window, but there's no ECP there.
So it's probably not there because it hasn't been published yet. If it's not published, it won't appear.
Okay, all right.
It'll
It's been
just say,
Yep, sure.
does it say waiting or something, or not available or something like that?
It's on the Jack. It was published, but when I select in Blackboard, it comes to a window that's saying, sorry, it's just loading. It says the table course profiles that match, no course profile available. So
yeah, so it might not have filtered through to the system yet. When was it published?
I think last week. I think.
I'm not sure how long it takes to come through. It is all an automatic process, so it should just come through. If it doesn't come through by the end of the week, I would log a ticket to our help desk.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much.
That's great. Thank you, Nathan. Yeah, so send in the email to our help desk. I also got a question here from Jermaine. So the calculate would be weight percentage if you would calculate the best 3 out of 5 scores for weekly quiz in the assessment section. Nathan, would you be able to?
I've added a link to our guide on how to do that.
Okay, great. Looks like it's a bit of.
There's a bit of setup involved to set it up. And our training course sites don't have quizzes set up or anything to do it. But the guide will step you through how to do it.
Actually, I just want to show the staff guides here. That's probably so a huge amount of the guides for you here. So if you want to go and search, you can just using the filter box here, or let's say you want to go to the Blackboard. So it brings all the Blackboard guides available. Now, I think we've got a question about copy from previous course would copy. So a question from Waiting asking if copying from previous course would copy everything, including announcements. I believe so. So it brings all the content and then you
It
would.
doesn't include announcements.
Oh, my apologies. Okay, but it does bring all the content folders, right?
Yep, all content, assessment folders, etc., but it doesn't do announcements.
The actual announcements.